Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today's guided visualization is going to be on finding your life purpose. Because so many times we're going along, whether our life is going well or not, and all of a sudden we'll be thinking, isn't there something more I should be doing with my life? What's my life purpose? I mean, should I have one? Shouldn't I have one? Does it matter? Is there really such a thing as a life purpose? And I'm here to tell you that if you do find your purpose, it's really obvious. It feels like your purpose. And I believe that everyone has one, or two or three, that you can pick and choose what feels right for you because you have that possibilities. The possibilities are endless. And I'm here to help you find your path and find your way because it's easier than you may think. Hello, I'm DeChaine, and I'm a transformational life coach and Marconic energy light worker. Today, I'd like to help you stop the struggle and get into the flow of things a little bit easier. So please relax and let me take you on this journey. So if you're in a safe space, by all means, close your eyes and let's go on this journey together. I'm going to count you in. I'm going to start with 1, feeling like you have the whole world that you can do, that you can have, or you can be. You just need to focus your energy. 2, allowing the day to just fade away and not worry about it. 3, your mind is calming now, and your body is simply relaxing little by little, knowing that you don't need it right now. It's just going to stay calm and aware as you move into 4, becoming more and more aware as you start to see a stream in front of you. And 5, everything becomes very clear, and you see this beautiful stream with a canoe in it. And you're looking at this canoe and you're thinking, wow, this isn't really big enough for more than me, although maybe you know how to canoe and maybe you don't. But if you don't, and you want to pick up the life jacket that's sitting in the canoe, feel free, put it on. But look around. The stream isn't floating very fast. Not right now. It's just moving along in a slow clip. And it feels pretty safe. So if you step into the canoe and look around and realize that there are many other people out there on the little stream. And you see the stream down the way getting a little bit bigger. And as you start paddling, it's kind of hard work. And you see different outlets going out in different directions, or inlets, I should say, going off. And the stream is getting bigger and bigger and becoming a small river. And you're looking around going, wow, there's all these different directions. Which way should I go? Maybe I should go this way. And you try and you go across the stream current to get into a certain inlet, a different waterway. And you're just trying so hard. Just like our lives, sometimes we try so hard to make something work. We try it, we try it, we try it. And maybe we get through, and maybe we don't. But does this feel like the right inlet for you? Does this feel like the right direction that you're taking? Perhaps it doesn't, and perhaps you're going into another inlet, trying and trying again to go across the current, to try and make it work. And we paddle so hard sometimes. So see yourself paddling, really working and trying not to run into anyone else that's out there on this purpose path that they're trying to find. Because there's so many people out there trying to figure out what they want. And you'll run into a lot of different people along the way trying to give you advice and telling you which direction to go. But as you start to pick up your paddle out of the water and decide while you're thinking about it which way to go, you realize that your canoe is actually starting to float in a different direction. It's starting to float in a direction that maybe you've been with before, or you've thought of going, but maybe you haven't gone, or maybe it's a slightly different direction than where you are. And as it starts to float and you leave the paddle out of the water, you realize that the canoe is turning, all on its own, as more and more signs start showing up. Maybe there's even one that says with a pointing arrow, your life purpose, with neon signs that you haven't even seen before. Or there's other people in your life, and the advice they give you as they're going by you in their canoe is, oh yeah, you're so good at this particular thing. You should make the most of it. Or maybe you have an opportunity show up that you would normally ignore. But now you think, oh, well, maybe there's a reason for this to come up now. And as you continue to keep your paddle out of the water, your canoe starts going in a direction that looks awfully familiar to you. You look around and you see some of the different landmarks, perhaps, that you've seen before. Perhaps it's something you thought of that you think, well, that's too easy. Why is that my life purpose? Is this even anywhere near right? But as you keep going, you're going to find that it becomes so easy and so effortless, and things start falling into place so well that you're going to only question it because you'll think, well, why the heck haven't I been here before? And maybe I have, and maybe that's why it looks so familiar, but I thought I had to try harder and work harder and paddle against the stream to get where I'm supposed to be. When it becomes so obvious, if you just stop trying so hard, your direction becomes clearer. And as long as you ask for what you want, and you say, it's time, I want to know my purpose. And I want it to be really clear this time. Because if I've already heard this, I'm not getting it. Or perhaps you're thinking, I'm on the path, but I'm off somehow. I'm not quite clear enough. So ask for clarity. Ask for the right information to come when you start feeling like you're on this path. But I want you to realize that sometimes when you're trying so hard to find something and this life purpose, all you have to do is stop trying so hard and pick the paddle up out of the water and allow your canoe to go in the direction it was meant to go in. You'll feel a sense of relief, a sense of calm as you move in this direction. You'll also feel some excitement and some knowingness that, oh, is that it? Wow, this feels really good. You may find that this direction that you're going in was one you've started before, one you let go of as being too obvious and not really true, or too broad. But it's good to start, if you haven't done it before, with a larger area. Maybe you want to heal or inspire other people, but you don't know how. Well, that can be a very broad direction for your life purpose. And then as you whittle it down into something a little bit smaller and a little more with more direction, then indeed, you'll really start connecting in and getting even more and more divine order, per se, if you want to go that way. You'll have people coming out of the blue to give you these synchronistic ideas or opportunities that you hadn't thought of before in the direction of where you want to go. So as you see your canoe just floating along, you can help it going in the direction you want by paddling, but you can take your time as well and be leisurely about it and really feel into the direction you're headed, knowing that the more peace and the more even excitement you have, that joy that comes from knowing you're heading in the direction that really makes a difference for you and really feels like it's what's going to make a difference, usually to other people as well in some form. Even if it's only because you're so happy with what you're doing, that it affects the people around you with joy as well. It doesn't mean you have to be healing the world individually, but there are things that you can do that are your life purpose, that will make a huge difference. So now, seeing a dock up ahead, you can paddle towards that dock or allow yourself to float towards it. And overhead it says life purpose in neon signs with your name underneath. And you go, geez, this was so obvious. Why didn't I see it? And there are people reaching out to you going, let me help you find what you want. Let me give you ideas. And they help you out of your boat. And they're there waiting for you, knowing that this is something they can do for you. They can help you, give you clarity. And you walk into this life purpose that you want. You feel really good about it. You feel like it's the right thing. And it will blossom and grow as you more and more get into this feeling that this is what you want to do. And it may through your life shift. So don't feel like you didn't get what you wanted here. If it becomes more and more apparent to you and you step into it, and a year or two down the road, it starts shifting again. It's not a surprise. It just means that you've grown more. You have more to offer. And you're at a different level and a different vibration than you were when you first started. So don't get locked into your life purpose. Allow it to shift and grow with you. Even if it's only a tiny bit, or maybe it'll be shifting altogether at some point. And now that you're on the dock, I want you to feel the joy and the peace that you'll have, the freedom you'll feel when you actually have this purpose in your life, a knowingness that you are where you need to be. Because if you can feel that feeling when you haven't quite reached your goal yet, it will draw your goal to you even faster. The knowledge of what your purpose is will become clearer every day, every hour, and every minute. And now, as you start coming back into your body, I want you to remember that feeling, to know what it feels like to go with the flow, and to be aware, perhaps of things you've even said to yourself or others have said to you during your lifetime that might lead you in the direction of that life purpose. So 5, coming back towards your body, remembering that feeling. 4, starting to step back into your body, smiling and knowing that this is a possibility, that you don't have to work so hard to find it. 3, knowing and demanding that you know your purpose and that there is clarity there for you. And 2, feeling more and more in your body, feeling grounded. And 1, alert, awake, and ready to go, knowing that that purpose is right there. If you haven't already had a thought of, oh my God, I know what it is, it can't be that easy, you will, because you've opened yourself up to realizing it doesn't have to be a huge pain or a huge amount of work in order to know what it is. Your life purpose is waiting for you. It's something that, yes, indeed, you can do. You'll make a difference in the world. And you'll be feeling wonderful because you've stepped into that place with more joy and happiness in your life because you feel connected much more to Source. Thank you for joining me today. If you'd like to know more about me, by all means, click on www.connecttojoy.com. You'll find out about me, Carol DeChaine, about Marconic energy, both for energy space clearings and for your raising your vibration, as well as transformational coaching packages that will help you work through any change you're having in your life, whether it's divorce or just any of the new jobs, anything that you're going through. And of course, if you want to hear more of these YouTube videos, do click on the subscribe button and the bell notification so you know the next time that a video is posted. I also do blogs, and there's a link below directly to my blogs if you'd like to sign up, and because you like the written word as well. And those are once a week. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, Blessings.